A very good morning and a warm welcome to YouTube channel of Srimati R.S. Kalaya Primary School. Myself, Miss Zeenat Danani. Today we will be studying English Grammar, Unit number 19, Simple Future Tense. As you know, we have already studied Simple Present Tense and Simple Past Tense. In Simple Present Tense, we talk about actions that happen at the present moment. Example, see how sweetly Mary sings. And in Simple Past Tense, we talk about actions that have taken place in the past or earlier. Example, I saw an elephant yesterday. So the word yesterday indicates that you had seen an elephant yesterday. Now when we talk about future tense, when you talk about the word future, immediately you know that action will take place. It has not taken place. Sometime in the future the action will take place. So the simple future tense is used to express some future action or event. Example, I shall go to Lucknow tomorrow. Okay, the word tomorrow implies future. And the future tense we use shall or will. One more example, he will come here on Sunday. Sunday has yet not come, so he will come here on Sunday. Note, you use shall or will with the pronouns I and we. Okay, we use shall or will with the pronouns I and we. But remember that with I you can use will. But if you remember, try using shall with I or we and will with the remaining subjects. Example, I shall see you in London. We will water the plants every day while you are away. With we have used will. With I, we have used shall. I will go for morning walks from next week. I will. We shall miss you when you leave. Now we will see negative sentences. In negative sentences, we use not, after, shall or will. Okay, the position or the placement of not is after shall or will. Example, I shall not. Where is not used? After shall. After shall not will come. I shall not see you in London. I will not go for morning walk from next week. We will not be able to water the plants every day. So you have to remember that in negative sentences, when you are making a sentence, not will be used after shall or will. And in interrogative sentences, the pattern is, you already know that when we speak about interrogative sentences, a question mark is compulsory at the end. Will, shall, plus subject, plus root verb, plus question mark. So, first thing you have to write is will or shall. Then the subject will come, then the root verb and a question mark at the end. Example, shall, then the subject I, then root verb take your dog for a walk, and at the end you will put a question mark. So, shall I take your dog for a walk? Shall we meet in London? Question mark. Will I be able to go for morning walk from next week? Okay. Remember that with second and third person, he, she, it, they, you form future tense in the following ways. Second person, you know second person is you will is in singular and plural it is you will. Third person, he, she, it, singular, he will, she will, it will, and for plural also he will, she will, it will and they will. Now just let us have a look at the exercise. You have to fill in the blanks with the simple future tense. I am giving you an example, one sentence. I dash you at the station tomorrow. Okay, the root verb is meet. So what you will do, you will add will or shall and meet. So I will meet you at the station tomorrow, or I shall meet you at the station tomorrow. All of us dash our exam results in May. All of us. So will, the word in the bracket is get. So all of us will get our exam results in May. Third one, the train dash by an hour. The root verb is late. The train will be late by an hour. We dash our friends when the holidays are over. The word in the bracket is miss. We will miss or shall miss our friends when the holidays are over. And the last one, this sari dash you better than that. Suit. So this sari will suit you better than that. Remember, you will not change the verb, root verb. Okay, you don't have to do any changes. You just have to add will or shall and use the verb after will or shall. So here children, it's a very short lesson. We finish with a topic. What you have to remember, that the simple future tense talks about actions happening in the future. We use shall or will. If you remember, try using shall with I and we. In negative sentences, not comes after shall. I shall not see you in London. And in interrogative sentences, the pattern is will, shall, subject, root verb, question mark. Example, shall I take your dog for a walk? Question mark. 24. Comparison of adverbs. Okay, you are very familiar with comparison of adjectives. We have already done. Today we will see what do you mean by comparison of adverbs. You already know what adverbs are. Okay, adverbs like adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison. Soon, sooner, soonest. You know, positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Positive degree when we do not compare with anything else. Comparative when 2 things are compared, and superlative when more than 2 things are compared. So adverbs also like adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison. Soon is the positive degree, sooner is the comparative degree, and soonest is the superlative degree. We also have other examples like fast, faster, fastest. Now, what does a rule say? The first rule is that if the adverb is of 1 syllable, I have already explained you, syllable means the breaking of words. If the adverb is of 1 syllable, its comparative is formed by adding er, and its superlative by adding est to the positive. So what you have to remember, that if the adverb is of 1 syllable, only 1 syllable, comparative will be formed by adding er and superlative will be formed by adding est to the positive. Example, long. Long is 1 syllable. So comparative will be formed by adding er and superlative will be formed by adding est. Next example is hard. Hard, when you say hard, it is 1 syllable. So comparative will be formed by adding er, harder, and superlative will be formed by adding est, hardest. Other examples are there. Large, 1 syllable, larger and largest. Hard, harder, hardest. Near, nearer, nearest. Okay. The second rule says that adverbs ending in ly, okay, adverbs which end in ly form the comparative by adding more and the superlative by adding most. So what you have to remember here, that adverbs that wisely. Okay, wise, remember children, wise is an adjective. But when we say wisely, it becomes an adverb. Okay, so wise, wiser, wisest. We know that when the last letter is E, we add R and ST. Wise, wiser, wisest. But wisely is an adverb. So wisely, more wisely, it is ending in ly. More wisely and most wisely. Other examples, carefully, ly, more carefully, most carefully. Gently, more gently, most gently. Swiftly, swift means fast. Swiftly, more swiftly, most swiftly. Slowly, more slowly, most slowly. So you should know the difference between adjective and adverb. Okay, wisely, slowly is an adverb, but slow, wise, careful, all these are adjectives. Okay, now there are some adverbs which are compared irregularly. Irregularly means what? Example, little. There is no rule for that. No er, no more, most, nothing. Little, the entire word changes. Positive, the word is little. When you make it comparative, it becomes less. And when you make it superlative, it becomes least. Little, less, least. Far, farther, farthest, or further, furthest. Ill or badly. Worse, worst. Late, later, latest or last. Much, more, most. Near, nearer, near. Next. Okay. Well, better, best. Okay, so some adverbs are there which are formed irregularly. Harish plays well. Well is positive. When you want to make it comparative, Rama plays better. The comparative of well is better. Rama plays better than Harish. You are comparing two, Rama and Harish. And Govind plays best of all. Of all the children, Govind plays best. So well is the positive, better is the comparative, and best is the superlative. He knows much. Much is positive. When you want to compare it in comparative degree, I know more than he does. You are comparing to I and he. So I know more than he does. More is comparative and superlative is most. She knows most of us three. Comparing three people. Okay. So let us have a look at an exercise. You have to fill in the blanks with the comparative or superlative adverb formed from the adjective in bracket. In bracket you have the adjective word and you have to fill it with comparative or superlative adverbs. We have a look at a few examples. Light travels dash than sound. Quick is the adjective. You are comparing two things, light and sound. So we will have comparative degree. More quickly, ly, more quickly. I like geography, the dash of all my subjects in class. The adjective is little. Little, all the subjects, superlative degree. Least. He walked dash today than he did yesterday. Slow. Than he did yesterday. You are comparing today and yesterday. Slow becomes slower. Can you tell me who danced the dash in the competition? Good. Who danced the dash? And remember children, when before the dash you have the word the, before the dash when you have the word the, remember we use superlative degree. So good, superlative degree will be best. Can you tell me who danced the best in the competition? Harita came dash than Sunita. Two people, comparison between two people. Early becomes earlier. Now I'll give you an example where comparative as well as superlative is used. Rafi sang dash but Raja sang better. Rafi, you are not comparing with anyone. The adjective is well. So Rafi sang well because you are not comparing Rafi with anyone. Rafi sang well but Raja. Now comparison is there with Raja too. So Raja sang better. And the last example, a bike goes dash. But a plane goes the dash. Adjective word is fast. You are not comparing bike with anything else. So a bike goes fast, but a plane goes the fastest.
So here children, we finished this lesson. It's a short lesson. Remember that adverbs like adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative and superlative. If the adverb is of one syllable, its comparative will be formed by adding er and superlative by est. Example, long, it's one syllable word, so comparative longer, superlative longest. Second rule is that adverbs which end in ly, they form the comparative by adding more and superlative by adding most. Example, wisely, ly is at the end. So more wisely and most wisely. And there are some adverbs which are formed irregularly, like little, less, least. Thank you students. I hope you enjoyed.